Rightio, if I miss this, I'm quitting footy forever. Oh! Now that I've got your attention, there's something I really want to get off my chest. Let's go. Throughout the year, the AFL holds multiple dedicated rounds that help celebrate diversity, cultures, acknowledge injustices or issues that the Australian people face. Now, since the leading cause of death amongst Australians, men in particular, aged 15 to 44, is suicide, and that happens to be a large percentage of the AFL viewership base, one must ask the question, why is there no round dedicated to the awareness of men's mental health? The answer is pretty obvious actually, and since I have no ties with the AFL, I'm just a bloke who likes to kick the footy, I will call them out on their bullshit. Sponsorship from gambling companies. One of AFL's major sponsors is Sportsbet, and they're set to collect a whopping $50 million over the next 5 years from Sportsbet. So with Sportsbet being a direct correlation to the degradation of men's mental health, the AFL cannot promote a whole round of men's mental health while one of their major sponsors is single-handedly responsible for the decline of men's mental health. It would essentially be like the AFL having a lung cancer awareness round while having Winfield Blue as one of their major sponsors. It's hypocrisy at its finest. So why can't the AFL just stop the gambling ads for 1 week during a dedicated men's mental health round? Well, they can't. Then that would be them admitting there is a problem and a correlation between sports betting and the decline of men's mental health. Now, how silly would that make them look if they allowed it every other week? That would show they don't care every other week. Just on that dedicated round, they do care. It's a lose-lose situation for the AFL. They don't have a dedicated men's mental health round, there's public outcry. They do have one, then their hypocrisy is on full display. It's actually more profitable to sweep it under the rug and try to ignore it and not address it. I mean, just imagine this. Imagine the AFL having a whole men's mental health campaign, followed by a Sportsbet ad saying, check on your mates with Bet With Mates. And if you lose, we'll even give your money back, but you can't withdraw it. You need to gamble it again. So for as long as the AFL are in a partnership with the gambling industry, there will never be a dedicated men's mental health round. It just won't happen. It will be a complete conflict of interest and a contradiction at the message at hand. So the AFL will continue to sweep the public's plead under the rug for a men's mental health round, as long as their pockets get lined up and they won't address it, they'll ignore the problem and they'll hope something's done about it just without them actually having to do anything about it. Now, obviously having a men's mental health round won't magically fix the problem, but any awareness and dedication towards a cause will be beneficial. And this really does expose the AFL for what they really are, a business. Businesses have choices of being ethical or unethical, and AFL is falling under the unethical lines. Obviously, a business's purpose is to maximize revenue and profit margins, but this is showing the AFL for what they really are. It shows that every other diversity round is important for the AFL, as long as it makes them look good and they're making money from it at the same time. They just want to look like they care without actually caring. Now, I do believe in accountability and holding individuals responsible for their own actions, but this case is essentially like a meth dealer paying off police and the police allowing these meth dealers to sell to meth addicts. They're not helping the cause. In fact, they're partly responsible for it. So it's either all that I've mentioned, or they just actually don't give a shit at all about men's mental health.